What's good, y'all? It's Lance from Sports Templates here with our new animated signage mockup pack for After Effects and Photoshop. In today's video, I'll be taking you through this and 6 other templates with this navy themed branding. Our newest mockup is out now, and if you want to follow along, the link to the Adobe library with the colors and images will be in the description. That's also where you can find the link to purchase a template, which can also be found on sportstemplates.net. But before we get started, I want to remind y'all to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this. After downloading the pack, you'll receive this file with 7 different animated mockups, each with its own dedicated After Effects and Photoshop files. The mockups included are this banner, a billboard, the entrance banner, an outdoor display, poster, the hockey rink dashboard, and the vertical flags that we saw in the intro. I'll start at the top with this banner template, double-clicking into that where you'll see 3 After Effects files and a Photoshop one. Each file ends with the name either 22, 23, or 25, correlating with your version of After Effects. For me, I have After Effects 2025, you can see at the top of the name. I'll click on Banner 2025, double-click on it to open it up. We'll see it open up here. My workspace changed a little bit, so I'm gonna go to Window, Workspace, hit Default, make sure everything is in place. Then I'll go back, Alt-Tab into our folder, and I'll go to the Add Your Design Here Photoshop file and double-click on that as well, just to open it up. Within this file, we're going to make sure to come into our Library tab. If you don't see, you want to go into Window at the top, go to Libraries, make sure that's selected. We're going to get our grid and delete that. Then with our background color, we're going to click on the yellow library into that color. And then we're going to take our logo down here. We're just going to drag it in. I'm going to hit enter to start. What you're going to do is come to the top and make sure in your align settings, you want to hit the 3 dots, hit align to canvas. Then we're going to center this horizontally, start working from there. Okay, at this point, we hit Control Command T. We're going to size this up even bigger than that. We're going to drag it just off the edge here. And then in the space here, we're going to write welcome sports video. Now from here, I believe this is in the Adobe Photoshop beta. I'm not sure if this is in the full version. We're going to click this little text with the lightning bolt here, get our dynamic text. If you don't have the dynamic text, if that's not an option for you, then you can just type the phrases out individually, line by line. Like so, and then how we did before, Control Command T, to size each one to make sure they're all at the same width. But with that dynamic text tool, it makes it a bit easier. It automatically makes sure each line of text is the exact same width. And then with it, we're going to click into it. And what I notice is that there usually is a little bit of a gap in the text here, which messes up the sizing. So I'm just going to drag it from the edge, make sure that it's flush to each side. That way, you can make sure it's properly centered, properly fills up the space, like so. So what I actually like to do to make sure everything is bright and centered, I'll do is I'll drag one side here to the edge. I'll drag this side to align right up against our logo for the Navy. And if you're not seeing these pink lines to kind of tell you when you're centered or when you're flush with something, you want to make sure you go to View and go to Show. Make sure your smart guides are checked. And now that we know that this is centered both at the top and the bottom and is flush in between our logo and the edge, then I want to hold Alt and Shift as I drag it down. That perfectly centers it in the space. Now with your banner done, all you got to do is hit Control Command S to save. When you go back into After Effects, you have your banner. Now these banners, I'm gonna lower this down just so that you can see it, are all animated like I mentioned. So as you go through each one, you'll see that they have these loops where they go through. This one happens to be outside the stadium. So the next one, I believe, is our billboard. What we can do, I'm gonna leave this open as we'll probably be coming back between the elements in each file. I'm gonna go back into our folder, go to templates, and then we go to our billboard. And the billboard process is the same thing here. You go and you choose the After Effects file that correlates to your version, as well as the Photoshop file that correlates to each. We're going to go into the 25 Bigboard, and it will close out your previous composition. We're just going to make sure we save it. Hit save. Then it'll open up the new one, which is the billboard outside the stadium at night. Going back into the folder and making sure we open up the add your design file for it as well. Now with this file, we're going to start off with the same process, getting rid of our grid layer, but we're going to choose our blue instead. I'm going to take our logo. Again, I'm going to make sure this is centered vertically instead. I'm going to drag it down, make sure I'm holding shift. So we kind of cover most of the we're going to use the top space here for our text. I am actually going to come back. I'm going to select this layer here. This is why we keep it open. I'm going to copy it, paste it in. You're not really going to be able to see it too well, so we're just going to click into our yellow color, change that there. Then we're going to change all of this text to right navy. Season tickets. Go ahead and enter. On sale. This isn't quite how we run it, so I'm going to drag this open until we get just 2 lines like so, and hit the check mark. Enter this and drag it down a little. So I think I'm gonna select both of these layers just to drag them down a little bit, holding shift as I click the second one. I can drag them both at the same time. Then we're gonna get our second logo here, Combine logo. We're gonna put it at the top and in the center. We can use our line tool just to get it flush at the top, and then we drag it down a little. So, and lastly, I'm going to copy our logo. I'm going to make it smaller, bring it back up corner. Now this billboard will be people dropping by for them to place their season ticket orders. We can save this like before, like into After Effects here. There we go. I get my full timeline. We'll see as it renders, we see the cars going by. I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit so we can render it a little quicker. A preview. Then we see the cars going by and the stadium in the background. A sweeping shot of the banner, or the billboard rather. The next template we have coming out of this is our entrance banner. We can open this up, save the previous file. And we'll see this one will be where the players come out into the stadium. Then we go back to add our design here. And for this one, we're actually going to do something a little bit different. We're not going to have our logo in it at all. We're just going to do some text. So instead of just copying the text, we're just going to copy the word navy here. And to get rid of the logo, the grid, use our blue color. And I'm going to paste that word. We're going to save this, make it large. Then we're changing the word navy, get loud. Now from here, we're going to do something a little interesting with this. We're going to actually right click the layer. We're going to convert it into a smart object. And there we're going to go to filter, blur, going to do a radio blur. This one we could maybe, this one we're going to do 2 pixels actually. Just a slight blur. And from here, we're going to copy this layer. Lock the top one, select the bottom one, and we're going to move it up. We're going to copy that one again and move it down like so. Now we're going to take our bottom 2 copies. Let's keep the top layer locked just to not get confused. I take our bottom 2 copies. We're going to select both of them and hit Control or Command G to add them to a group. Then we're going to hold Control or Command and then click into the layer thumbnail of the top copy. And with our group selected, we can hold Alt or Option and select our layer mask button here. And it's a little faint right now, but we just need to kind of get the idea. We're going to have the Get Loud appear both above and below the main one. Now within our layer mask, we're going to hit our brush tool. That's hitting the B key. We're going to use a soft round brush with a hardness of 0. We're going to lower flow. Bring this up to about 20 or so. And then we're just going to get rid of everything here in the center. So these parts here in the center, we want to get rid of completely. The reason I chose the lower flow is because we want to make this bigger and just paint away towards the edges of the top and bottom of our main text, our main Get Loud, like this. Just to kind of separate our main Get Loud from the ones at the top and bottom. Then lastly, what we're going to do with our copies here, we're going to expand that blur a little more, create a little stronger of an effect. We're going to double click on our smart filters where it's radio blur, bring up the options menu for it, change the amount to text, or to 10 rather, I'm sorry. Then we're going to take all of this together. We're going to unlock our layer. We're going to bring the top Get Loud into this group, not into this group. We're going to select the group and the top Get Loud and make a second group. And with everything together in one group, that allows you to properly center everything. Make sure it's all together. And then from here, what you do is hit Control Command plus Shift and G and it'll ungroup. Then from here, we can just hit Save, come back into Flow. And now with this, the other thing you can do, as much as you can, keep using your Photoshop file and bringing your designs from here into After Effects. One thing we can also do is add our videos into the Add Your Design Here file. We have the source from Photoshop itself, but you can also add a video into this as well. So then when you come back, you play it, you'll get a video on top of this as well. But for this one, you get to zoom out, showing the Get Loud into the stadium. For the next one here in our templates, if we come back, will be our outdoor display. We make sure we open that and then we save the previous one. Then come back and add our Add Your Design Here file as well. Now for this file, we're going to go with our yellow as a base. Getting rid of that. And we're going to come into first file, original banner, and we're going to copy the text and paste it here, making sure it's centered. We'll make it smaller. And then for this text, we're going to type Navy. Navy football is pep. And again, this is all using the dynamic text tool that makes sure all the text is the same width. Again, if it's not there for you, then you just want to make a separate text layer for each line of text and size them so that they all have the same width. I'm going to center that a bit bigger. Bring it up there like that. Then we're going to select some of this text. Again, we don't want to copy it because we don't want to keep the dynamic layer. Then we're going to create a new text layer and just paste our text. Tape with this text for more information. For that centered, we're going to actually hold Alt or Option, drag to duplicate it. Then we're going to type Navy FB.com. Actually hit the dot. Now for this text, what I want to do is make this just the slightest bit bigger. We're actually going to make this yellow. Here we're going to hit the U key, create a rectangle, make this one blue. Drag it below. Then we're going to select both the Navy FB.com and the rectangle. Make sure that they're centered with each other. I'm going to bring this down a bit like so. I'm going to bring the 4 more information up. We're going to make it a little bit bigger, just like that. Now with the rest of the space on the bottom, we're going to bring in our navy logo. Kind of like how we had it before. We're going to use the space like this. We're going to use the logo at the bottom to fill up the space. Like so. Here, save, go back into After Effects. Actually play the video. You can actually see the video playing at full resolution. And we'll see it moving here. And a little signpost outside the stadium. Then from there, we can go back into our templates. That's our poster. That'll be the next one we do. Making sure to save this previous one, covering that one up. And the poster has a similar design ratio to the one we just did, the outdoor banner. This one, we're going to do dark blue background. We're going to bring the logo in. We're going to actually put it as before. We're going to drag it up and then we're going to put it on the left side. And using it as a frame for our text. Bring that down. Bringing this up about right there. So now I'm going back through our files. We're going to go to the Navy season tickets on sale. Copy this text, paste it here. Now for this one, the reason we did that is just so we can keep the dynamic text. We're going to type all hands on deck. Actually get right size for our text box. Now what I'm going to do for this one is I'm actually going to hit Control Command R, get our ruler, and we'll make sure that we are aligned to the top of our text, or aligned to the top of our logo there. Then when you drag it up, you feel it snap to that guide right there. Not too close to the edge, like so. And from there, we can take our Combine logo, drag it in, and add it to the top. Making sure that this is centered. Save that and go back into After Effects. We have it. The next template we have is our vertical flags that we saw at the beginning. For this template, it's still just one Photoshop file for each flag. They're kind of split into two. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make our background kind of gray. We'll start on the left. We're just going to do what we had at the beginning. Take our logo. Make sure everything is kind of contained into a group. The left flag design group has a layer mask. Make sure that we keep everything contained within it so nothing is spilling over. We're going to rotate that in our transform menu. That big there. Take our logo and grid away. Dark blue. Add our Combine logo next. So, I'm going to make sure this is centered. Yes. Then bring that down, move over to our right side group. Then we can delete these, make our background yellow this time. I'm bringing the logo again, but I'm a bit big this time. Put that into the center of the rectangle. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, grab this text here, paste it in, make it smaller. This time we can just type Navy. So, like that. And just make it just a tiny bit small. Not too much. Make the logo actually just a bit bigger. And next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another rectangle. Change that to blue. Put this, make sure it stretches to the edges of this rectangle. So, then I'm gonna hit the A key. With the A key, you wanna make sure that the direct selection tool is selected, not the path selection. Then we're gonna click on a rectangle, hold shift, and just drag this corner down some, like so. Then we're gonna take that and put the Combine logo up at the top. Make it a little smaller. Then we can go ahead and save this. And when we save it, none of the gray will be in the file, just the parts of the banner that are in the right and left flag design. Save that, head back to After Effects, see it there. And we have the banners waving in the wind just outside of the stadium. And all that leaves us with is our last template, and I kind of skipped over it a little bit, but it's our hockey rink ad on the side. I want to do this just because it's going to be a little bit different than the rest of the ones we're doing football before. We're going to open this one up, we save the previous one. We'll see the logo is actually on the side of the hockey rink here. We're going to go back and open up our ad design as well. Now for this design, I'm going to get rid of these, and we're going to go with a blue background, contrast with the white of the hockey rink side. We're going to take our logo, bring it in. I'm actually going to zoom out because we're going to make a logo. Put that to the side like so. I'm going to hit Control-Command-0 to get back in. I'm going to bring in, I'm not going to bring our logo yet. I'm actually going to bring in text first. I can grab the all hands on deck, bring this in here, change that to navy hockey. Write this down. And then with this one, I want to do kind of fill in the space all at the bottom, like so, and bring the logo up. Yeah. Over. Text down just a little bit. In this space up here, we're going to take our Combine logo. Just align it to the left edge of the text when you see the pink line. So, drag it up to fill in the space. There you have it. Go back, save that, bring it in the After Effects. We can see it here in our pans as we save it. And with that, we have customized the full suite of templates to all have the navy branding. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, I want to encourage y'all again, go to the link in the description to get this template, not just this template, but all 7 templates for yourself in the description or on sportstemplates.net. If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, get notified whenever we release a new template. I want to thank you all again for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.